Man, the other video didn't save while I was trying to screen record, but I'm gonna show you an example. Yes, the gaslighters, mockers. You're gonna come. You're gonna have to protect the fragile ego, protect the fragile world. I know, but this is a video, clear example, undeniable truth of I'm gonna show you the contact. This guy, I was in there shopping, the Dollar General, just buying some food, man, for the next night or the day, and who doesn't want a peaceful shop? But like I said before, you can't have a peaceful shop. This guy comes in, um, he's right at the makeup aisle, pretending to pick up some makeup, and he bumps right into my back shoulder, right? He bumps right in my back shoulder. You don't unintentionally do that. He made it a mission to pursue me in that area to give me a slight shoulder bump, passive aggressiveness. And I pull out my phone. I hate walking in, and it's sad in today's world where you have to go into stores with a camera, especially when you're dealing with this constant persecution. And today I didn't want to record nothing. I didn't want to pull out the phone and record nothing. I just wanted to have a peaceful encounter and go out the store and going on about my day, mind my business. But this guy bumps into the back of my shoulder, and this is how he plays it off. They love to do the possible deniability and call you crazy, flip it back on you, like you're the aggressor for calling out their dysfunctional behavior. So listen.
Man, what's wrong with you? You okay, man?
I'm okay.
Hey, you have a great rest of your day. I'm not worrying about you, man. I'm not worrying about you, man.
All I said was using my personal space. In the state of Georgia, it's illegal to get so close to somebody to put someone in a constant state of fear or intimidation. That's a simple assault. That's this disorderly conduct, you know? So keep listening. And sorry for pausing it. Put yourself in other people's shoes. You wouldn't like it if someone did that to you, right? You wouldn't like it if someone standing close to you put you in flight or fight in a mood, right? You wouldn't like that. You wouldn't like someone put you in a state of being anxious and intentionally. You wouldn't like that. Someone stand close to you. You wouldn't like. Let's be honest here. You wouldn't like that before you gaslight this, because I know it will happen. Like, but anyways, keep watching.
See how they gaslight you. Trust me, man. When you call out their dysfunctional behavior, they like to gaslight you. And don't be afraid to record.
Possible deniability.
Put it up and send it
They
to
love
the
it.
police and the FBI. They're doing it. No normal, healthy person go in the store and get real close to somebody.
That's right. No healthy, sane person goes out to pursue a person to cause a negative reaction. That's not healthy. These people that doing this, they're doing this because they're internal rot. They're trying to suppress and attack that very mirrored effect they feel. But keep listening.
You know, that's what narcissistic people do. Every day their behavior exposes themselves, their dysfunctional behavior, their toxic behavior, what they call good. It's not righteous. That's evil, man. It's just a lack of empathy for others, a lack of remorse. Yeah. Don't be afraid. They're lashing out. Their reaction is confirmation that you're calling out their behavior, call out this dysfunctional behavior, call out their toxic behavior, because they think that their narcissistic behavior is good, man. They think toxic.
He's bending down because he's absolutely nervous, and he's looking down at the candy. He's pretending he's looking at the candy. The gospel hurts, man. The truth hurts. This is not traditional gospel. The praise and find comfortableness in this. The real gospel is uncomfortable truth. It's not what we want to hear. It's a threat to the ego. It's a threat to pride. So keep listening. How I was just speaking freely, expressing my faith without saying words and saying words. But listen.
Good. That's what Christ said. They're calling evil good and good evil, and they love to do the defense, making them smile, smirk. That's their ego. That's their defense making.
Yep, the duper's delight. The duper's delight. They love the duper's delight. When everything, they're lost of control, they resort to duper's delight. Immature child behavior. They find pleasure of doing the iniquity. But he listens.
people are not really in control as they think they are. You know? They're controlled by insecurities. They're controlled by traumas. They're controlled by darkness, their inner rot, and they project that on other people. You gotta learn the game, man. You gotta learn the game. You know, it's a shame these people walk around like this, like animals. They're like wild beasts, man.
Yep, pride turns you to a wild beast. It's biblical. Pride, absolute delusional pride. You have extreme pride, it'll turn you exactly to a wild beast. You know, putting yourself over the creator. That's delusional. But anyways, keep watching.
Okay, thank you. You know.
And sorry for pausing it, but I have to do it because they come in, you know, act like they're buying something or buy a few items just to get to the front, you know, just stare back of your head. I tell them, get in front of me. Get in front of me. I'm not doing that today. It's all about reactions today. But here we go.
And it's sad you see older people doing it, you know, people in their 30s, 20s. And their defense mechanism is smiling. It's called duper's delight. They take joy out of what they're doing. They take pleasure in what they're doing. You know? Yes. They take pleasure in doing their evil deed and stupidity. But Father God sees that even without me recording, Father God sees their behavior, and we all be held accountable for what we do. You know,
This is where he lashes out. This is where he lashes out. It cuts deep. The truth hurts. And this is where he uses fighting words. That's also illegal in the state of Georgia. But keep listening.
You still have a problem with me, bro?
I'm on a
Okay, man, because you're doing a whole lot of talking over here, partner. And nigga, I just walk right past you, but I don't know what the fuck is wrong, nigga, but you can get your issue right now, nigga. What's happening with it?
I'll call
right
the
now,
police.
we'll call the fucking police there, we'll shut your mouth and then just go do you.
See, he don't care about the police. He doesn't care about he doesn't care about his behavior. He doesn't care about Father God. He don't care about any of that. So that tells you this is the spirit of lawlessness. This is the Antichrist spirit I'm talking about. He doesn't care. He's a degenerate. He doesn't care where he's going to end up. He wants to release his anger out on somebody, and that's what it was. You know, it hurt him. I wasn't even talking directly to him. He identified himself with pride. And that's offensive to prideful people. They identify themselves with pride and they get offended. But in this case, he wanted to fight. You know, unfortunately, that didn't happen. And he didn't care about the consequences. That tells you that the spirit of lawlessness. He has no fear of the consequences. That what could have happened. I didn't call I leave it up to Father God and have self-control. This is the example of self-control. Even when they're doing illegal tactics, you know, using fighting words against you, don't fight. You know, just leave it up to Father God. Father God sees it and even though I'm recording this physically, you know, from my surroundings and safety, Father God sees this in the heavens. He sees this. He sees them through me, through believers. You know, He shall repay. Vengeance is up to the Lord, not us. So his irrational anger was undeniable. That I hit the nerve. It cuts the heart. Like Stephen in the Bible, they stoned him to death. That's the type of anger in the back of the days they would stone you to death for, because you're speaking the truth. And that's a hate crime. Trying to silence me from the gospel. Like you seen right there. He's trying to silence me for speaking the truth of the gospel. You can't do that. That's illegal. That's a hate crime. If he would have touched me, I'm willing to die as a martyr, man. That's a hate crime. Attacking somebody, trying to silence somebody, trying to intimidate somebody, threaten somebody with fighting words because they're speaking their gospel. That's a hate crime. If they touch you, remember, that's a hate crime. I am a walking hate crime. Keep listening.
You know what I'm saying? Nigga, see, you gotta let nobody get walk past you, man. On the weight front, nigga. I beat your ass right now, nigga. Go ahead and just handle your business, man. Go ahead and handle your business, nigga.
That's a narcissistic injury. That's a fatal narcissistic collapse where he lost all control of himself and all he resorted to. Like I said, pride is delusional. It turns you into a wild beast where there's lack of remorse, lack of empathy, and zero care about consequences. And that's what pride looks like. Unchecked pride looks like. The Antichrist spirit you just witnessed. But anyways, endure to the end. Self-control.